I just thought I'd make a quick video on what deep work is, or at least my definition of what deep work is, because a lot of people have seen my video of what to do as soon as you wake up, which, as I explained, I go outside, go for a walk, meditate outside if you can, get some sunlight in your eyes, and then make a coffee or whatever you want to do, and then start deep work. So what deep work is to me, what I referred to as in that video, was basically you do work first of all before you've checked your phone or emails or YouTube or listen to music or podcasts or anything. Before you have any distractions in your life, there's a very key step. Your mind's clear and fresh in the morning. I think deep work's especially good in the morning because you haven't had any of those distractions, whereas if you do it at like 1 p.m, obviously you can still deep work, and I recommend you do a couple blocks in a day. But there is also the issue of you've had those distractions in the day. So I think deep work is especially effective in the morning. But that's just from my experience, what I've learned. And also I think deep work should be about an hour, anywhere between half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour 30, I think is the limit for deep work. I don't think you should be able to do deep work for an hour 30, because what deep work is by definition is that it's time uninterrupted, completely focused work where you have no distractions, you have no music in the background, you know exactly what you're doing. You've probably opened up the page or loaded up your laptop something the night before so that you can literally get straight to it, and it's literally no distractions. You're not even going on like YouTube to check notifications or listen to music while you do it. It's literally pure focused work in silence for 30, 45 minutes, an hour 15, an hour 30, sort of around that time. And that's just how I like to do deep work. I think, again, another reason why it's best in the morning is because you have less distractions from things, but also less distractions from people, because less people are likely to be up, especially if you do it at 6 a.m, 7 a.m, even 8 a.m. People normally get up around 8 a.m. So my definition of deep work, to summarize, is literally before you do any other work, any other thing, maybe walk, but no distractions from devices or media or anything, between 30 minutes and an hour and a half. That's the optimal time. I think if you go after an hour and a half, you start to lack focus, and sort of you kind of deteriorate. I think definitely for deep work, what you want to do as well is out to know what you're doing. Like I said already, have out the equipment or page or laptop to the right website or anything that you need to be able to do. But you should also know if you have that task done, then you know what to do after that. You know exactly what you're going to do. That fills up the time. And I think I recommend my to-do list method, which is in my video on the beginner to-do list method, basically, or why to-do lists suck, and the approach I use. And yeah, I think that's basically it. And then once you're done with deep work, you realize that you've done way more than you would have normally in that short amount of time, simply because of the lack of distractions. I think people focus way too much on how much they do instead of what they actually do. It's the whole 80-20 principle, which means that basically 80% of the result, which is like the good grades or the good exam result or something, like we've done in 20% of the effort, and you find that 20% which is most effective for you, which I found for me is doing past papers. So yeah, that's my summary of deep work. If you want to read more about it, there's a book by Cal Newport that literally invented the term, I'm pretty sure. It has definitely popularised it, or gave a name to it. Yeah, Deep Work by Cal Newport. But that's my summary of deep work.